Made it back home, grabbing the first car that we're gonna load up, which is Project Acty. She looks so clean. Honestly, you guys are slacking if you don't have the Teggy Touch. I mean, other than a couple bugs on the way home, this thing is clean. But yeah, you guys should definitely be reaching out to Teggy to get the Teggy Touch. We'll see. This one has a lift on it and not as big of an exhaust as a stock Acty. So we're gonna get this one loaded up right away. Get the ramps out. I think I might pull the truck up a little bit just so we're not so close to that car. But yeah, look, the lights are working. Super exciting. Super duper exciting. I wish I could get that switch to also work these lights, but it's another story. Okay, the Acty's loaded up. I just had to do a retake because I was like, ah. So this 2.5-inch lift really makes a difference because you saw the other Acty, the exhaust came down to like here. But this clears, which is nice. It's all the way backed up, which means that NBox needs to fit perfectly here. Megan's looking for something in the truck, so I'm going to take advantage of her being here. That way she can watch me as I load up. So I learned a lesson. Basically, I have to put these between the first two boards, and that's Acty size. Midget is more in. We'll see what the NBox is. It's probably going to be the same though. But we're going to load the NBox next and see what it does.
Shouldn't. Yep. Stop. Yep, you're good. Keep going. You're good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
The back wheel then?
No. You have about a foot. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. Look at this. Just on there.
What we were hoping for.
We moved up the town box. Or what is this?
NBox.
NBox, that's what it is. Just a smidge more. And now there's a tiny bit of playroom on the back.
Not tiny, that's a lot more than what it was before.
Yeah. It's more, but
Watch out.
still a tiny little bit. These two cars are about to kiss. But they are not touching.
All right, so Megan's loading up the car. I guess we're moving over to New Mexico and/or Montana because it's getting packed in really well. Lola's gonna live down here. She's gonna stretch out. The boys are gonna go here, Fig in the middle. We're gonna go up front. She decided to bring a basket. Let's see if it'll fit.
Nope.
Turn it around. Turn it around. There you go. Now move the big bag out of the way. Move the big bag out of the way.
I'm just trying to put it right here.
I know, but you're gonna scratch the dash. Move the bag. There you go. And that's it. I guess that's where that basket's gonna live. And that's where the trucks. Wow. I'm dripping sweat. It's hot. It's really hot. But Megan also had the ingenious said, yeah, hey, do you have anything to put between the cars just in case they shift while we are driving around? And I was like, no, I didn't. And then I remembered I cleaned out the garage today and I threw out this pink foam that I had kicking around. Guess what? It works really well. So They're cinched up nice and tight. This one's a little tighter, but it's nice. It grips the wheels. This is holding the actual Acty wheels, and then this one's holding the back wheels. Feel confident about it. I mean, there's a little bit of an overhang like I measured on the other trailer that there would be, but the biggest concern was getting all 4 wheels to touch some sort of point on here. I think in the future, the thing that might be beneficial might be to add ramps to this that go up this way. Get rid of this box, make it a lower profile box. Savi was saying they make one that actually goes more in the tongue, but maybe having a way to put the Acty, like at least this wheel, these wheels right there, and then that'll give us a whole more ton of room to work with there. I feel like maybe if I turned the Acty around, the front would have probably gone a little bit further up, but the thing is, it's hard to tell. I probably would have had to put it up on some sort of wood or something. So the way it is, it's perfect. It works. It'll get the job done. And close these windows up, lock the cars up, and then hit the road. I think there's a couple things I got to clean out that are my personal stuff here in the Acty, and then that'll be it. So let me close these up, load up the family on the rest, and then we'll hit the road. Full of bugs.
Shower guest 51. Your shower is now ready.
First gas station stop.
Shower 2.
We're at about a quarter tank, just double checking all the straps. Bathroom breaks. You know how the jazz goes, especially when you travel with family, the kids. Lola will get to go to the bathroom. It seems to be okay. Straps are still on. This one uncinched a little. Oh, you know what it was? It went down further on the tire. This one's good. This one loosened up too. And that's why we double check everything. Make sure everything's good. We got to make sure that Lola can go do her business while all the shenanigans happens in the truck. Always an adventure at the Mendy Imports crew over here. With pigs screaming in the background, we made it to Pennsylvania. So, went from Connecticut to New York to New Jersey to Pennsylvania. Where, as you can hear the background, this is raw reality, but about 8 hours from our next stop. So we're somewhere in Pennsylvania, and it's pouring rain. So much so that you don't even need wipers. Because shout out to Teggy, when he put some bead maker on this car, it just beads right off, so. Yeah. All right, stop number, I guess 2. We're somewhere in Pennsylvania. Turnpike over here, but this is literally highway robbery. 321 where we paid $2.95 at the last place. I guess that was Jersey, but just double checking everything, make sure it's good. Grover, ¿cómo va so far? Yeah?
Yeah, we are really far from home.
He says we're really far from home. Oh, it's a little loose.
First stop is to Susie's.
First stop, Tia Susie's?
Yeah.
That's right. Looks like it's holding up, which is good. We're still on the trailer, which is the most important part. I wonder if we've shifted, is what it kind of seems like, but...
And we had to,
Oh, yeah. Mira,
we had this for weeks.
I wonder why that's moved so much. It's been
For weeks.
for weeks, ¿verdad? I think it's just been bouncing, and every time it bounces, it kind of shifts over to that side. So we're gonna fix that strap, and probably,
Stronger.
yeah, this one's loose too. Maybe it's not. Anyways, they're letting everybody stretch their legs. Fix both those straps, but holy moly, $72 essentially to freaking fill this thing up. We are almost on E, but that's a lot of freaking money. Shout out to Pennsylvania for being so expensive. They're heading inside. I'm gonna go walk Lola, park up somewhere. They're getting a quick bite to eat. Shout out to whoever's towing this because they got a blue K truck. West Virginia. This is where we're stopping for tonight.
Welcome to West Virginia.
Thank you, Google. Kind of delayed, but Yeah, we're gonna spend the night here, and then tomorrow we'll make it to Warrensburg, Missouri. So if you're ever in Wheeling, West Virginia, Bubba's Burgers is really good. It's veteran owned. We
Yep.
stopped in there for a quick
So
bite to
good.
eat. So good. And then we put Akachan on the back of the pickup truck. And the boys are kind of just getting their energy out. Lola's finally out and about. Nope. No te pongas allá encima. And we're just getting the energy out as much as possible. Because this one right here decided to take a nap from like 5 p.m. until 9 p.m.
Okay.
And so it'll be interesting to see how he's going to let us sleep tonight. And then, like I said, Lola.
Yeah, a rainbow. There are two.
Un rainbow?
Yeah, there are two.
So yes, this is where we'll call it a night for tonight. We're going to go back to the hotel. We already checked in. And then Menards, aka my nads, are here.
So dumb.
Just kidding. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the morning. All right. Day has come. Checking out. New day here. We're on Saturday. Just double checking all the straps. For the most part, I know they're good. Just if anybody got to them overnight, you never know with people's intentions nowadays. Looks good. Now we hit the road. Most people might wonder, why do you put all this in video? Well, it's good documentation. In case something happens and I gotta look back, it's a way to do it. That I did all my checks. So we made it to Sheets. Out here, when you start to head more towards the Midwest, you start to see Flex Fuel and 83. A quick Google search says that this 2018 Silverado can take 88. If it cannot, comment below and let me know. I think I can even take, what's it called? Flex Fuel, but I think it said it needed to be spec'd with Flex Fuel, and there's nothing on the cap that says Flex Fuel. So it said 88 was fine. So we'll see if that makes a big difference. I hope I didn't just screw something up. At least I don't think I did, but we'll find out. I mean, it's between 87 and 89. I think the only difference is that it's cleaner burning, higher octane, 100% guaranteed. It's E15, so I don't know if that means anything. We're crossing the Ohio River, and here we are at Ohio. 2 states in one day. See what another, well, technically we'll go to another one today, Missouri. Are we past anything else through Missouri or no?
I don't know. I can't think. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's, well, we'll have to look at the map and reconfirm
I'm
this.
sure we do, actually.
I think we've made past one more. Maybe Iowa? I think Iowa, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to look. I think we're still somewhere in Ohio. Stopping for gas. I think we're getting like 9 or 10 miles to the gallon, which go figures for a 1500 towing, a 20-foot trailer with 2 K cars on it. I think that's pretty good considering a lot of different factors. But Megan's across over at Raising Cane's grabbing us some lunch, and then we're here to pump gas, and then we'll hit the road. $2.97 for gas here. Not too bad. We'll see how much it fills up with. $66 later. Man, it's probably the most expensive part about delivering vehicles is the fuel economy and the gas we pay for. Wow, look at those clouds in that video. It's kind of crazy. But yes, as Google was saying, welcome to Illinois, because we've made it to Illinois. So another state down, another state to go. Just over to the border of Illinois and Missouri, pumping gas again because we're getting terrible gas mileage. And yeah, we're like 3 hours from my sister's house, and we'll make it there for the night. We're about an hour and 12 minutes out, but it's funny where you can start to see where the rain starts. So I'll keep you on here because we're gonna cross right into the rain. Literally, oh look, watch. Boom, just comes out of nowhere.
Crazy.
It's kind of insane. You can just see the line of rain as you come in. It's kind of cool. So it's the next day, it's Sunday. Back the truck and trailer up just to have the family a little closer. It's always hard to come to families' homes and then have to leave. So we got to get going because we still have to make it to deliveries. One thing I ordered and had delivered to my sister's house was this trailer brake controller that's made by Kurt. It's definitely an essential thing to have when you're trying to stop, because sometimes this trailer is super heavy and it doesn't want to stop. But for now, we're gonna load up and then we're gonna head out. The boys don't want to leave. Megan doesn't want to leave. I kind of don't want to leave. It's almost, I think it is 3 p.m. in the day, so it makes it hard. Almost forgot to show you this. Check this out. When I got the new truck, my sister was excited for me, so she drew that. All right, so we made it not too far from my sister's place, but pumping some gas. Took $70 essentially. Gas here is pretty cheap. It's $2.79, which is awesome. But yeah, we're all strapped up, loaded to go. There was a couple loose straps. I think over time, because the air on these tires is a little on the low side, it starts to kind of just walk its way down, but it's still on there nevertheless. They were very impressed with this. My brother-in-law was like, maybe I need to get one of these, and I think you should. So anyways, we'll load up. Megan's getting some food for us. She's coming out now, and we'll hit the road. The boys got to do some cousin bonding time, and Augie, of course, is making some beautiful art. High five. This one's out. Look at Lola, chilling. So on the way down, found a killer deal on a Vino. $125 at that, so got a K truck with a Vino with a K van. Let's hit the road before I buy more things.
David, what happened?
How to refuel gas on a 2018 Chevy Silverado with a gas tank.
What's happening?
Me? I ran out of gas. So we're somewhere outside of Kansas. You'll probably see a video of what's going on, but basically I ran out of gas. And because these newer Chevys don't come with a gas cap like the older normal vehicles do, they only come with this like a capless one. I have to resort to dumb things like using a pen to allow me to push both doors open to be able to fill this up. Now the tricky part becomes is this gas tank doesn't really want to cooperate at the angle because of these new filler neck things. So yeah, adding the 1 gallon that I have left to see if we can get, how many miles? How many miles? Hull? 3.2 miles left to get to where the gas station is. They will hopefully be able to fill the truck back up. But yeah, just the adventures of Mendy Imports. Pulled over on the side of the road. So yeah, because the dealership I bought it from didn't give me the fuel filler neck thing that's supposed to be there. So I gotta resort to a pen that's probably garbage now, but yeah. All right, we're back on the road. It barely wanted to turn on. We have 3.2 miles left and trying to haul as much as possible before we lose gas again. So yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about it because we do have other vehicles that we can offload to then load back up, but really don't want to do that.
Also, freaking hotter than 80 out here.
Well, it's actually not that bad right now. It's manageable, so yeah. Turn the AC off. Well, yeah, it's supposed to be off. It's not off, Megan. Shut it off. And the windows are down, which doesn't help for aerodynamics, but neither does a trailer in the back. So we'll keep you updated. Wish us luck. 1.7 miles. There it is. We see the sign to civilization. All right, we're pulling up. This is the last one for 33 miles, so we may be able to coast right into this Love's. Hopefully have enough gas to get to the pump, but the great adventures. Very nice, I like. Made it. Filling up. It's a good thing I decided to fill this little tank up when we were in Connecticut before I hit the road. I kind of had a feeling something like this would happen, but we'll be sure to refill this to have fresh fuel. The 1.25 gallons. I guess I'll keep a pen around to fill this up, but I got to talk to the dealer. You got to give me one of those filler necks. The issue is that we're getting 7.7 miles to the gallon, which is terrible. But in retrospect, adding that thing on the back doesn't add anything or any good causes to what's going on anyways. But yeah, looks like we're still good. We're gonna get going. After getting situated, full tank of gas, we're back on the road. And we'll keep going where we need to go, which is towards Daniel Chavez's house. We won't make it there tonight because we'd make it there at like 4 a.m. So we're gonna push as much as we can to get through as much as possible. And then tomorrow, hopefully not have too heavy of a day. But another trucker said he saw me on the side of the road because he almost ran out of fuel too. So the adventures of driving through Kansas. Only getting about 197 miles out of a tank. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But I am kind of pedal to the metal going 80 miles per hour with this trailer full of K-cars. So maybe 75 is the new speed limit for me.
There's a bug in our car? Oh no!
¿Dónde está? Needed to show this beautiful sunset down here in Kansas. All the boys watched some Indiana Jones. We got about 8 hours and 51 minutes left to go to New Mexico. Probably planning on stopping closer to midnight. We'll see what the rest of the day brings us.
Okay, if you guys are gonna hit each other.
It's almost 1 a.m. Made it to the hotel. Coming in for the night because we are tired. And particularly, I am tired. So yeah. So we're in Kansas somewhere. Last night we were driving. Just a whole lot of like one-lane road. Sometimes it splits off into two. It's beautiful nevertheless to see the Midwest. But we're loaded up, getting ready to go. Shout out to these Holiday Inn Express. Oh, I hope she's not rolling in SHIT. Are you happy to be outside? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, no poops. Come on. We gotta go. Where are you going? I don't know if I did a good job or representation of what it is to drive in Texas. Wow. In Kansas. But there's a whole lot of nothing, right?
Nothing.
Yeah. This is all you see. And we go from like 1 lane to 2 lanes. Then we go into a town that you got to slow down to like anywhere from 45 to 30, all the way up to 25. Camping sign.
Bingo.
And this is all you see. So welcome to good old Kansas.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
We're about 5 hours and 37 minutes from Daniel Chavez to get his van. We're excited. We're gonna see what he thinks. So we went past a motel that said Hooker Motel, and then we look at other places and they say Hooker, and we're like, well, I guess the motel's being true to its colors, but we must be in Hooker, Mr. Burger in Hooker. We must be in Hooker, Kansas, which is kind of interesting that there's a place called Hooker. I wonder if this is the capital of hookers.
Oh my gosh.
It was a retired one. So I had made a mistake. We weren't in Hooker, Kansas. We were in Hooker, what was it, Arkansas or Oklahoma? Oklahoma. The home of this truck, allegedly. But it never really, actually, what's kind of crazy is it actually is in Oklahoma. We're somewhere outside of, what's this place called, you said? Texahoma, which is the border of Texas and Oklahoma. Pumping some fuel, changing the baby's diapers, double checking all our straps. Scooter's still on there, good. Cooking and rolling. Acty straps are good. NBox straps are good. Yeah, we'll keep going. I think we're 4 something hours away from Daniel Chavez, so should be there hopefully pretty soon. Here's what you should know. Here's what you should really know. The most important things in my life are all in here. We have Megan, Grover, Augie, Lola, and Fig. So moments like this, where he gets out and cleans the window and says, hey, we should probably clean the window, are the moments that matter the most in my life. So if you ever question anything about Mendy Imports, know that my family comes before anything else. And if you have a problem with that, there's a door. You can go hit the road jack. Got Fig in the background crying. He's not happy right now, but can you tell we're in Texas? Yeah, neither can we, but there's a sign that says we're in Texas. So today we're in Kansas, Oklahoma, now Texas, and now we'll be shortly in New Mexico.
Just a few minutes.
Just a few minutes. It's like you hit all 3 states pretty quickly.
It's like boom, boom, boom.
See, look, Texas. But yeah, we're in Texas. We're in Texas, and there's so much cattle. Can't even tell from this video. But that's a lot of
All
freaking
that
cattle.
dark stuff.
Yeah, all that
Camera
dark stuff.
is Cows.
It's cows.
Our cows.
Cattles.
Cows.
But yeah, it's insane the amount of cattle that there is here. This is, I guess, where they feed him. I wonder if this is like a prep to get him fat and then they sell them at the auctions or something. It's kind of nuts that they're all like corralled. I'm all for open range more than this, but
1 hour, 2
yeah.
hours.
So we're officially on the 40 West in New Mexico. This is kind of interesting. I guess GM electric vehicles are soon going to be able to fill up here. At least with electricity is what it looks like, but filling up. I think this will be the last fuel stop before we get towards Daniel's house. Megan and Grover hitting the bathroom. We got Lola that needs to go outside. But yeah, $2.89 for gas, and it's funny, it dropped down to 86. It's no longer octane 87. Just took Lola for a quick walk to let her stretch her legs. But I'm looking at the front end of the truck, and oh my gosh, we got a Monarch. I'm not sure what that thing is. Maybe crickets of some sort? This is gonna need a Teggy touch to an extreme. This is crazy how dirty and filthy it is. Found out you pronounce the name of this town by Tucumcari. Interesting name. So this is a predicament in. We're an hour and 21 minutes out, but because there is a blaze going on right now of this truck, they've shut down the highway and they're not letting anyone go by, and respectfully so, because I think the last thing you want to do is get where this is gonna be an issue, like you're gonna catch on fire while you're driving by this truck. So yeah, for now, until the highway starts to move, we're gonna either try and find an alternative route, which Megan says there isn't, or we're gonna just wait it out and see if they can put this fire out. But for all we know, we'll be here for hours. All right, so we did evasive maneuver because it was a trap to be there, and now we took our own route in a part of New Mexico that we probably would have never seen otherwise. But it might be a longer loop, but like I told Megan, I was like, we can sit on the side of the highway waiting for them.
Said that.
Well, no, I told you that. Remember when we were pulled over?
Yeah.
We could be pulled over on the side of the highway, or we could try and find another route. And so this is a route. And then I asked Megan, was this dumb or was this smart? And she said, well, would we want to risk being pulled over 30 minutes to 3 hours, or would we want to just get lost and figure out a way to get out of here? And so, yeah, for right now, did it finally pick it up?
Yep.
So it just added like 30 minutes essentially.
20 minutes.
Well, it added also, I think, 40 miles, no?
I didn't even pay attention.
So it added 40 miles to the trip, but again, 30 minutes or potentially 3 hours. I think I'll take the 30 minutes. So we'll get there at 5 essentially, instead of the 4:30 that we were supposed to get there or something like that, or 4:20. So yeah, for now we're gonna keep driving and enjoy these back areas of New Mexico. So I've lost track of how many times we fueled up, but we're just fueling up because we're almost to Mr. Chavez to drop off the van. But we were on that highway 40, and a couple miles down that way is where the fire was, and we were luckily able to bypass it by essentially doing this long roundabout way when we finally got on the highway. But it's never a dull moment. GPS at one point said that this was closed, and so it wanted to throw us on a dirt road that was gated off. So sometimes it pays not to listen to what Google says. But yeah, just double checking all the straps. We're about, I think, just a little under an hour from Mr. Chavez, and then Chavez, so like I can't speak Spanish, Chavez, and then we'll drop off the custom and go from there. So interesting. This has shifted so many times. That's because it's loose. Interesting. We're pulling up to Daniel Chavez, his place, and look what is here. Some really cool cars. Wow. We can. So this is Daniel's Cushman. It's a left-hand drive that he completely got not looking like this. But he's got air ride on the back so he can load it up. But this is definitely bigger than a K truck as far as like space-wise goes. but then he's got like the lowrider steering wheel, which is really cool. I knew about this, but didn't really know about this. But Daniel was telling me that it's pretty easy to install air conditioning, like the kit, because it has an electric compressor and all that. But he's got it all decked out. You could also run heat to it. And then the mirror walkthrough that I had that he bought, that he says was a total nightmare, that he basically had to restore so much. The floor, he said there was nothing left in it. It was like if I kept driving it, it would have fallen through. So he kept the original wood, which is crazy. He's got like this yoke steering wheel, which is cool. The seat, which is really comfortable. He says the AC was working, but it's actually leaking for the compressor. So that's why when I got it back, it was a year and a half ago or more, it wasn't properly working because of that. So he's got this little ice box. But then you can see the crazy paint job he did with it, which is really cool. Still has the original Mendy Imports sticker on there, which is awesome. And he had me sign it over here too, which is cool. So it's been signed, and he kept that original spot. He didn't do anything. But what most people, I've always get asked, oh, can you help me find a mirror walkthrough? And the answer is yes. But where they're notorious to rot out is all the channels here, down below right here, and then the floors. The way they just make them, they just don't add enough material, and so they rot out. So this even, he put a new one of these on because the one that was on it before was completely going. And I don't know if you guys remember this from another channel or not, but this used to be just one piece I would open up, and then he added this piece of glass, which is baller in my opinion. And then he's got a rack for when he goes off to shows. He has a bunch of Hot Wheels and whatnot. And then he put this, he custom built this. So a seat that he can fold up and fold down. So it's a jump seat like the original mirror walkthrough, which is really cool. And then the other major thing that this had was the issue with when I got it was somebody had self-tapped a piece of plexiglass on it, but he had his friend cut him a piece of flat glass and then added it with some custom molding on it to make it work, which is really cool. It's really cool that this is out on the road here in New Mexico. So yeah, but this is his shop. He does some really crazy stuff and works on awesome cars, and he's got a project that he's working on. And yeah, so we're just hanging out with Daniel. He's showing me the shop and enjoying it as much as possible. NBox is delivered. Hijet is there. Thank you to Daniel and his wife for making it happen. We're headed out to the next adventure to drop off the Acty. So now we get going. So we're on the road. We've been on the road for probably close to what, 45 minutes, maybe an hour?
Yeah, about.
We're 8 hours and 27 minutes from my sister's over in Vineyard, Utah. But quite the beautiful scenery here as you drive. All this red rock and all these like little buttes, what Megan calls them, and little mountains, I guess you can say. But yeah, they're pretty cool. So we're gonna keep going. Surprisingly, what did we find out about New Mexico? It's actually kind of cool, like temperature-wise, no?
Yeah, it's actually really nice here.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
But
Like the weather's nice.
would you move here?
No.
You heard it from Megan. But Augie finally fell asleep after fighting it, and Grover and Figure's still awake. Lola's still under there. And yeah, we're gonna keep going. Oh my gosh, we literally just got airborne with the truck. The Acty, I haven't moved the Acty where it's at, so it's got a little bit more tongue weight. And we got these like, literally like what seemed to be like snakes. And we didn't catch it in time, but we freaking jumped. We caught air now.
We definitely caught air. Do you think the trailer caught air?
No, because the trailer's what made us pop a wheelie on the truck, essentially. But like, I looked at it and I was like, oh shoot, and then boom, boom, boom. And then like the truck, literally, it was crazy.
It was these big bumps in
Yeah,
the road.
that's kind of insane. I had to hit the brakes real quick, but nevertheless, we're still good. And we still have this amazing scenery, so yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If you're wondering what we see when we drive, especially through New Mexico and Kansas, it's pretty much this. Well, look at those clouds. And yes, you hear Augie imitating Fig. But yeah, just literally straight road. T-minus 6 hours and 54 minutes from Vineyard, Utah. So we're pretty close to the border of Colorado, which we have to cross into Colorado and then to Utah. But check out these views, which are pretty amazing. Yeah. Camera does not do it justice.
This is stunning. But
it's kind of close. The camera picks up a little bit. But yeah. And it's all around us. T-minus 5 hours and 36 minutes. Leaving New Mexico. Hey, there we go. We're in Colorado.
Welcome to colorful Colorado.
Welcome to Colorado. Honk honk.
Welcome to Colorado.
There you go. Thank you, Google. It's quite windy. We're at Ute Mountain Casino. Shout out to that guy for doing a trailer out of an old pickup truck. But it's been windy as fuck. For some reason, they only do 86 octane here. 295 nevertheless, which is good. We've gone through so many bumps that the scooter's actually shifted because I didn't tie up the rear end. So I'm gonna quickly lift it back up, and yeah, she's good and tight. Look at the bugs galore. It's like a crime scene of bugs. Steve, I'm sorry. If I have a chance to wash it, I will. It's insane. So we've been definitely hauling some booty because we just pumped 13 gallons, almost 40 bucks. We were, I think, at 3/4 of the tank, but now we're fully filled up. Let's see, we got 130 miles out of that. We're getting much better gas mileage, even though we're hauling booty. We're getting much better. 11, there we go. That's what we want to see. So we'll reset that at 136 and see what kind of mileage we got. Brownies? ¿Qué comes?
Candy.
Candy? This kid sneaks out of his chocolate? His chocolate candy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, you need to go use the potty, don't you? Yeah.
No.
You just saw Augie at his finest, snatching up candy. So some quick calculations, we're getting about 10 gallons, 10.59 gallons per mile, or mile per gallon. Sorry. But yeah, which isn't terrible. It's much better. Now that there's less weight, it definitely makes it easier on the truck. It didn't quite lift up as much because this, again, it's all closer to the tongue. I could have readjusted it, but we're just hauling booty. Hopefully we'll have this delivered on Wednesday, tomorrow, to Steve. And then all that's going to be left on top of the trailer will be the scooter for now until we find something to bring us back home. And this will definitely at some point need to go to Teggy's because it's freaking filthy. Three states in one day seems to be the trend. We just made it to Utah. Heck yeah. So we're in Utah now. 3 states to go. It's Utah, Idaho, and then Montana. Keep going. 11:23, T-minus 4 hours and 25 minutes. Somebody's schoolie out in the distance over here. I think that might be BLM land. It's so cool how that's like piercing through the sky. I don't know what this is, but it's rad. We're in Moab right now. Not Moab?
No, not yet.
What is this then? Where are we?
I don't know, but Canyonlands National Park is right over there.
Canyons Land National Park's over to our left, but we're getting closer to Moab. We made it out of Moab, and now we're on the 70, 16 miles to 6 west. Which I don't know where that's going to throw us, but check out these views. And Fig screaming. Yeah, shout out to the boys and Megan and Lola. That's the reality of life. What you hear in the background is what happens. So we made it to Orem, which is basically just right outside of Vineyard. T-minus 5 minutes before we get there. So yeah, we've been on the road for, I guess, 9 hours, right? Today's long stretch, but we left Daniel Chavez's house, I think closer to 2, I want to say.
Yeah, it was like 1:40.
1:40, 2-ish o'clock. So finally making it to my sister's house here. This is where we'll spend the night, pass out, and then hit the road tomorrow at some point to try and make it to Steve, who we're delivering the Acty to. So I guess stay tuned for that. The chaos in here. We're gonna leave them soon though. Last night we got late. We had to unhook because there was no parking. It was trash day. So now we got to hook this back up. But I also want to shift Project Acty so we can move it forward, because there's a lot of tongue weight on the truck. So if we don't have a second car, it'll be easier to get it off anyways. Maybe take the family out for a spin in it. Last couple rides in the Acty. Last hurrah.
Calvin, hold on.
Ténganse duro.
So he doesn't fall out, please.
That's awesome.
It's like a freaking clown car. Like 30 people come out.
David, did you fix it inside as well, or is it like this?
What?
The inside?
So we're fueled up. We're about 7 hours from where we got to go. $48. E85 is wicked expensive. $336 here. We shifted the truck, got the scooter off of it so we can deliver the truck and be good to go. But now we just hit the road and hopefully make it to Montana by 6 o'clock. Some of our must-to, go-to places, if that makes any sense, because I don't know if it does or not, is this place called Pretty Bird Chicken, and it's based out of Utah. I don't know if they've gone anywhere else, but I sure hope that they bring it over to Connecticut at some point, because it's so good.
It's freaking phenomenal.
So it's really, really good. The seasoning, everything about it. So we had to do a quick detour to get that because we needed lunch anyways. And now we're on the road. So T-minus 6 hours and 23 minutes before we make it to Steve to drop it off.
Use
So
the left 2 lanes to take the
catch us
I-15.
then. Made it to Idaho, 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 we all the hoes. Officially here.
Welcome to Idaho.
Thank you. We're T-minus 4 hours and 57 minutes. Indiana Jones. Grover's a little scared of second Indiana Jones. Temple of Doom. I wish you guys could feel the weather right now because it feels pretty amazing.
It's pure magic.
Pure magic. We're T-minus 1 hour and 47 minutes from the final destination of drop-off for Project Acty. We are actually in Montana now. We've crossed over the border from Idaho to Montana, and we made it to, we're going through West Yellowstone is where we're going, but such a beautiful scenic view. Last time we were here, we were in our school bus. We had converted into a tiny house. And we lived in Yellowstone for like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
We were in Yellowstone for like 2 weeks. So it feels so good to be back and just reconnect with nature, even though we're just driving past it. But yeah. Made it to Bozeman, but this thing is filthy. So Grover right now is working on putting the bug, because that's where mostly all the bugs are back here. So we're trying to get all the bugs off the Project Acty, so keep doing this. So Teggy needs one of these super powerful things because they work. They got it really clean. Even the vino's clean. Okay. Nope, Grover. Ponlo en el truck. As you can see, Grover was trying to spray me, but I think we found the one he can do that's not as powerful. Pero todo, hazlo todo. So this is like foaming it up at Teggy's, the closest thing. And we're not touching the brush here because this has been coated and we do not want to scratch it. So Grover's doing bluey here, taking care of it. And we'll do the truck, let it soak. I wish I had a microfiber or something that I could wipe it with. Yeah, tú lo puedes hacer, toma. It's quite interesting. So this is a spot-free rinse. So essentially it's like bead maker. And you can see it start to run off of the coating that Teggy did on this. But yeah, we're almost there. Only took us 14 bucks and we're still not done. All right, so that's it. It's washed up. So is the vino. And now we're gonna go have some dinner and then we'll meet Steve afterwards. But excited that it's finally cleaned up, free of bugs. So we're all set. So the Acty's unloaded. Let Megan back in the car. The boys hung out, but Steve has the Acty now. We're about to head out and find a place to sleep for the night. So here's the update. Last night we stayed at the Quality Inn here in Bozeman. Note to self, if you are in Bozeman passing through for anything in particular, make sure you book a hotel, especially during the season like this, because let me tell you, we went to I think 4 or 5 hotels before we got the Quality Inn, and that's because I searched it up on Hotwire real quick. I guess if you're looking through Hotwire, you'll be able to find it, but this isn't the one we wanted to stay at. The one we wanted to stay at was the same price as this, but it ended up being fully booked out because we weren't sure what the plan was going to be afterwards. And so, yeah, if you're in Bozeman, Montana, passing through for any reason, make sure you book your hotel within time. For now, we're going to try and get Toby an oil change because we're right at the mark that needs an oil change. And then I'm going to try and go to the DMV here in Montana and figure some stuff out. Because I do titles, I want to be able to see if I can offer that service for Montana as well. So I know a lot of people have asked. It's just really expensive. I want to try and bring down the cost. But for now, we're going to hit the road and head to the dealership so we can get an oil change. All right, so we've officially dropped off the Acty. We're pretty much done with Montana, with the exception of one thing that we're actually going to try and do as we're on the road. But we're hitting the road again. We're actually headed out further west. We're going to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and you'll see why in just a few. But shout out to Wrestler Chevy. They took care of getting the oil change, so now we're good for an oil change for another 5,000 miles, which is exactly what we want. Also, as doing a little bit of research, talking to some people, they say instead of running the 020 oil that this truck calls for, we're running 530, which is a little bit of thicker oil. And so, yeah. So we'll see if that makes a difference. And you can hear Augie complaining in the background, but yeah. Beautiful skies. I love how it's like gray and then beautiful blue out there. Gas is expensive over here. We are still in Montana, headed to Coeur d'Alene. I don't know if I've updated or what I said, but there's something in Coeur d'Alene that will end up going on the back of the trailer, and I guess you'll see. $55. We were close to a quarter tank. That's freaking expensive. But then if you don't know how crazy we are as a family of just 5 of us, I mean Mendy Imports in general, there's plans coming, and they're kind of plans change literally within seconds, minutes here. So something might happen. We'll see. Cutting it close to everything, but it's more like those like YOLO things. You only live once, and you only do these. And in reality, we don't only do these once. Like we're crazy enough where we've driven cross country so much that this is a norm for us. And yeah, we've been in the truck probably over 50 hours now. But I'll update more once I get some more information. For now, we'll just finish pumping gas, using the bathroom, and hit the road again. Lola, you got any words for anybody? She's like, yeah, I hate being in this truck because I sit down there. Yeah? Well, we all love you, including the people behind watching the channel. So you're a trooper. Both the boys are out. Whoa, trying to get your shot and drive on a curve on a downhill. Going 60 miles per hour is definitely difficult, but we made it to Idaho, Idaho, we all the hoes. We actually been in Idaho already on this trip, but yeah, so not that part of Idaho, but a lower side of the Idahos. But these are sheer drops down here, which is kind of nuts. So I'm gonna focus on driving through these curvy roads and then update later. I'll spare you the looking at the poop, but this is the second blowout he's had. We're not sure why. I mean, we've had kind of, I guess, cruddier stuff, but a little bit on the car seat, but no worries. We cleaned it up. The boys had been wanting some ice cream, so they got their ice cream. Augie, mírame. Augie. Augie. Yep, chocolate covered faces.
Show the scenery.
Yeah, the mountains. We're, I think, 60 miles from our destination in Coeur d'Alene, and then we're gonna hit it some more past Coeur d'Alene. So that's why we're trying to be quick here. Put Aka-chan here. Had to freaking blow out. We had to stop. We were almost there. We would have made it with this tank of gas, but figured we stop. Pumped 11.69 gallons. But yeah, this is why we came to Coeur d'Alene. Not one, but two Ruckuses. I've been in the hunt for a white one for a while, and then obviously the black one. So now there's three. Now we're getting on the road. So made it just right outside of Washington. I think it's like half an hour from Washington. My current situation, I'll turn around so you can see. Carrying Augie because he's tired, but leave the scooters here, truck, and we'll head into the hotel for tomorrow to start a new day, which technically is today because it's like 1 a.m. now. So we'll try and get some sleep, and then tomorrow, it's exciting. We're gonna get to meet somebody new, somebody that is out here on the West Coast, and then there's more to come on the West Coast, so stay tuned for that. All right, so we're back on the road. We're in Washington. We're gonna go see Scott Fuso. He built some really cool exhaust. He works with OK Garage. So while we were out here, I figured, hey, we might as well go see some people that we know through Instagram and through other social medias, but why not meet them in person? So we're headed there now. T-minus 32 minutes before we get there. Right, so we're just right outside Seattle. Shout out to Scott from Special K's. Went to go visited him. I can't even talk. Went to visit him. Unfortunately, I didn't get any video. I'd get to talking to people, and I was in there for a while, wasn't I?
Like 2 hours.
Was it really 2 hours? Holy smokes! So, nevertheless, yes. Shout out to Scott. Thank you for being so welcoming and just chatting. It was definitely awesome to finally put a face to the name. And so, yeah, I would, in a perfect world, love to visit more, but we are on a tight crunch as it is, right?
That we are.
So
we're like explaining a lot more than we not necessarily shouldn't, like we should be or whatever, but we're explaining a lot more than we originally planned.
We're enjoying this time out west because we have the ability to be out here, so we're utilizing it. We're carpe diem, which sees the day. And so yeah, we came out west. So we went from coast to coast with 3 boys and a dog in a tiny pickup truck, driving the entire way. Probably yesterday was a long day. It was like a 12-hour day yesterday, no?
Yeah, but it really didn't feel that long. Like, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, so now we get to sit in Seattle traffic, which is not fun, but where we get to go is fun. So stay tuned for that. After what seems to be the longest, like, hour and a half, we're down to T-minus 24 minutes before we reach only the greatest Hawaiian spot here in Oregon, which is called Roxy's. If you haven't gathered that we're kind of foodies for certain things, now
certain things, not like big foodies, but we're foodies for certain things. That's for sure.
Yeah, the things we like, and so when we get an opportunity, we go and buy the stuff we want. So there you go. Welcome to Oregon. It's been waiting for. But anyway, I'll show you Roxy's when we get to Roxy's, and then we get to see more later on, I guess. So this is what Roxy's is all about. We're in Beaverton, one of the best places. If you're ever in Oregon, Beaverton area, Portland area, check out Roxy's. It's so good. All right, so I don't know where I am in the video, but we made it to my in-laws. They have a trailer. We have a truck. And I had this bed, or this tent, bed tent, I guess you could call it. It's supposed to look like this. And it was given to me a little while back. But the thing was that this is for a 6-foot bed, not a 6.5-foot bed like I need. So it's ghetto-ly rigged on here, but it's on. And the reason I put it together now is so I can know whether or not I could put it together while we were out there. And it'll work. Once I close this front door, it'll actually cinch it together and make it perfect. At the end of the day, what it comes up to be is that it's shelter. And so mostly everybody was sleeping in there. Maybe the boys and I will be sleeping here. So I threw that there. So when we throw the mattress, the air mattress we're going to take, we'll have that. The only concern I have is airflow. What's up, dude? Te gusta?
Yeah.
Come on. Montate. Jeez, Maurice.
Holy moly.
Go.
Holy moly.
Acuéstate. Es un bed.
Oh, of course, this. Yeah, this.
A frisbee, yes. ¿Estás excited para ir camping? ¿Estás feliz? Yeah.
Hey, where did you
Oh,
got
you
this?
heard it first from Grover.
Where did you got this?
Me lo dieron
Who?
a long time ago. But yeah. So it's cool that it's gonna work. Oh, I got this stupid teriyaki sauce all over it. Agi's vote of confidence is very low. He goes, you can't do this like this. ¿Cómo lo tenemos que hacer?
We do this. This.
Ahí mira, ahí está. Es ese.
It's not the same.
It's same, but different. There's one trailer.
Yep, we saw trailer cam.
So yeah, we'll see if we ever end up using it. If not, someone might get it. On the way to the coast, we're headed to Tillamook. T-minus 45 minutes. And we have the trailer hooked up. Hello, say hi.
Hi.
And the boys are with Grandpa in the back. You can't see him, but tow mirrors are being towed using. That makes no sense in English, but finally get to use the tow mirrors by extending them out. So we made it to Tillamook. If you've ever had their ice cream, it's actually really good. Same thing with their cheese, but this is like their place where you can come sample and see how they make the cheese and whatnot. So heading in. Agarra. Made it to the beach from coast to coast. How can you not? How can we not? If we were already out here, how can we not? Haystack Rocks right there. Right there. Normally we go to Cannon Beach, but camping site here. It's perfect. The reality is this is why we make it to the beach, because Lola just absolutely loves it. This is her element. This is what she does. She's got to get sand in all her crevices, and then she has to shake it off. It's like her beach therapy. Do you love it? Do you absolutely love it? Yes. Come here. Okay. And then she digs holes. She's got to exfoliate her digits with this. And of course, the rest of the family's got to enjoy it. Let me tell you, this water is freezing cold. Truck life.
Oh, yep, it's all white. There it is. This is
So good.
Yep.
Mosquitoes already.
Wind's picking up, so it should help.
Very good.
Mosquitoes are here to eat it.
Top set up.
Scott, you have to leave it on that side for a long time.
No, I don't. I can keep rotating it.
She needs one.
Gotta enjoy the simple things in life.
Guys,
S'mores over the campfire. You can't really tell, but it's beautiful out right now. So this was our setup last night. I get a sliver of the bed, about that much. I get the rest of the bed. Buenos dias, Aki. Stayed very nice and cool around here. Left that window open and those two for ventilation, and it worked great.
I want marshmallows, just hot chocolate.
After some pool time, the hardest part about camping is having to clean up because you know that it's over. So taking the tent down, and I think we may hit the road today, depending on what time we get back to the in-laws, but back on the road again. Sad but exciting at the same time, if that makes any sense at all. It's Monday. It's the hardest part, is when you have a good weekend, you go camping, but then you realize you gotta drive, I think it's like 42 plus hours back home to Connecticut. So we're hooking up and we're getting out of here. I think it's closer to 10 a.m. here in Oregon. So the not so fun part about traveling and seeing family is the part where you have to leave. Oh, the joys and joys of towing a trailer and parking it in tight spaces. So you can see from that irrigation pipe right there. Let's see if I can find the broken pieces, but I ran over it and it broke. And look what it did.
Flat tire.
Where is it? Right there. Put a good old slash through the tire. So, pulling the spare off, pulling this one off. Gonna go get the correct pieces, which is one of these to fix the irrigation pipe, and then we'll hit the road. All right, so attempt number 1 here at this local tire shop.
Make a U-turn, then turn right to stay on Southwest Witch Hazel Road.
They did not have it, so now I'm headed to hopefully maybe a Tractor Supply or something like that and see if I can find the tire, because it's trailer tires, if you didn't know, are pretty common. And so when they're common, they're easier to find at like Tractor Supply places and stuff like that. So also, I'm going to see if there's like a new tire shop, because this was more of a used tire shop. And if the new tire shop has it, then we'll just snag it from them. It's usually like $100. $100 I didn't want to spend, but sometimes you don't have a choice. And in theory, I could just hit the road and find it somewhere down the line. But the problem is the spare will no longer be a spare. And if I blow another tire out, which knock on wood it doesn't, then we will be in a different predicament. So trying to fix that. And again, broke the irrigation system, so headed to get a new PVC pipe that's got all the stuff that I need. But for now, let's try and get it. And my phone's about to die too, which is crazy. On my way to Home Depot, there was a discount tire, and the homie back at the other tire place said he charged me 20 bucks a mount and dismount and install the new one. I bought one that was 85 bucks and it hurt, because in reality I can get them probably for half that back home with my account, but it is what it is. They didn't have the one that they sold me originally, so then they upgraded me to this Heartland one, which doesn't really matter because it's going to be a spare anyways. And I think it's an 8-ply instead of a 6-ply if I'm not mistaken, but it'll work as a spare. So we'll go see the homie, because they were going to charge me close to what he was going to charge me to install it, and I'd rather give small businesses the opportunity to make money instead of the big box stores. So now I'm forgetting that I need to get the pipe irrigation thing, and I also need to pick up an impact gun, because I don't have an impact gun in the trailer and a set of sockets, so I could barely get it uninstalled. So we're gonna go get the stuff we need here and then go back, hit the road. So 451 buckaroonies later, we're set up. This is all going back. I'm not keeping this, but it's just so I have an impact gun and some sockets in case I catch another flat. Plus I gotta tighten it because I didn't have the correct socket. So headed back to the truck and trailer, gonna hook it all. Well, I gotta go get that tire installed, then head back to the truck and trailer, put it all together, and then head on the road. Unexpected things. We were supposed to make it back to Bozeman tonight. I think we still will, but it'll be another late night driving. All right, if you're in the Hillsboro area, Hillsboro Tire Shop, or I guess I should say in Oregon, this neck of the woods, give them a shout out, or not a shout out, but come and check them out. Small tire shop. Did it for 20 bucks right away, mount and balance the tire. So we got a spare, headed back home to fix the irrigation is what I forgot. But like I said, I always try and support local small businesses rather than the big box stores. It was going to come out to be the same if they mounted it over at the big box store. They wanted to sell me on some warranty that, unfortunately, because of where I live, it wouldn't make any sense. So I said, might as well give these guys the business, put some food on their table, just like somebody else would give me the business and put food on my table. But anyways, we'll get going. So this was the aftermath. So luckily, I was able to get to Home Depot, and they taught me that this is just a fitting, and I got all the sizes that I might need. So I brought those all with me, and I'm gonna hopefully, oh nice, unscrew this and be able to screw the new one back in. So yeah, I'm gonna remove all this so it doesn't get super muddy in there and get a clogged line or anything. I'm huffing and puffing because I'm trying to do this to get on the road. So that made it worse. So as you can see here, went and got all the fittings, and it looks like it's this, probably a 3-incher. So this is probably, no, that's 2, maybe that's 4, that's 6, and I think it jumps up to 12. So got some tape, tape it back up, get the mud out of there, and go on. So just some pipe tape on both sides. We're gonna take this, thread it into here, difficult to do one-handed, but you get the idea. We're gonna thread it into here without cross-threading it. By no means am I a plumber, but listen, when you gotta become a plumber, you gotta put the hat on. You'll put the hat on. My fingers seem to have some strength. Maybe that's why Megan married me, but should be enough tape. We'll clean that out with this and tape that end and put it back together. Taped. Start to thread it in. Tighten it up. Bring this line over here. I think this is just like a drip hose, if I'm not mistaken. But that's it. That thing broke and slashed my tire. What are the chances of that? So, looks like it won't go any deeper than that. We'll fill that hole back up. That's good to go. And yeah, a little bit of a casualty here in the bush, but the nice thing is that the bush will grow back. The pipe will not grow back. So we fixed that. If I need to pay for a bush, I will. Just like that, we're good to go. Drip line's back to being able to drip. Put all this stuff away and we'll go. What you didn't see off camera is I got all excited that I got this gun and I got the sockets. But little did I know that I did not get the 1/2-inch gun that I needed. I didn't read because I was in such a rush. But I got the 3/8. No big deal. It'll end up going back. Didn't end up using it. My father-in-law had an extra socket here with a jack, so time to hit the road. Last minute preparations, getting the Mendy crew on the road. Packed up. Have to close a ton of cover, and then we'll hit the road. Alright, so we pump gas, full tank. Trailer situated. Scooters are still strapped in nicely. Boys are in here. Fig's already asleep. We've left our in-laws, but last thing we had to do was hit up Roxy's before we left to get last minute provisions. Megan and I have spoke about this, but it's so tough, right? Because we have prior things that we need to get to, but we're also trying to live life. And so
we're trying to live in the moment and relax and not stress about things.
Right.
But also, we have to get back to reality.
Yeah, so in all reality, like, we do have to get back home. Like, I think if in a perfect world, we'd probably stay out here a month and just like enjoy the West Coast. But I'm not fully remote yet to the point where I can do that. And that's probably the ultimate goal, but sometimes I gotta just slow down, take it easy, and then move on. But yeah, trying to, like, I mean, as it is right now, it's 1 p.m. My intentions were to leave here at like 10 a.m. so we could be going to Bozeman and do what we need to do, because I actually started an LLC in Montana, and the plan is to register at least the black one. The blue one, it's kind of a long story, but get some registration on these to make these legally mine. This one, the title had been signed, so they have to get a new title. So hopefully they'll have a new title, and maybe on the way back we'll be able to get the title. I don't know, it's kind of in the air, but this one I basically need a notary to sign it, and so it's getting worked out. But at least try this, because one of the biggest things is I do titles in Virginia, and people have always asked me, can you do titles and registration over in Montana? And the answer is I don't know. So I'm exploring that, because if we go through the agency, which I got my LLC started with $49 LLC, but they wanted like kind of expensive money. But if I'm able to get over to Montana and do the registration and titles and all the paperwork for everybody, it might be a little bit easier. But for now, we're gonna hit the road, munch down on some lunch, and go from there. I'll probably make a whole separate video about that at some point. We'll see how it goes, and I'll tell you and show you what it costs to make all this. But anyways, we'll hit the road and get going. So hopefully this will be the final stop before we make it to Missoula. We're going?
Yeah.
Missoula is where we're gonna spend the night, and then we'll wake up early and try to do a long day tomorrow. But we'll see how that goes. But we were driving past Spokane, which then puts us back in Coeur d'Alene, where that came from. So yeah, so we're headed back to Connecticut, but slowly but surely. You saw that the tire blown out, but would have made it to Bozeman had everything gone as planned, but not everything always goes as planned. So you just have to take it and roll with the punches, which is part of life. So we're gonna hit the road. All right, morning here. We made it to Montana, Missoula, Montana. We're at My Place Hotels. Lola's doing her thing. The boys are doing a little bit of their thing. About to hit the road. I want to stop at the DMV. Well, let's just say the Express DMV. And I'll explain a little bit further. And if nothing happens of it, I'll explain it. If something happens of it, I'll explain it further. But it's exciting. We're in Montana again. Headed back home. Boys are crazy. Sure they will be, because it's been a long time on the road. Over 60 hours now. And Lola's done with it too. All right. MVD Express, commercial and dealer services. So let's go see what we can do, because I was instructed that this would be the best place. So let's see. All right, so a little disappointing. I feel like, I don't know, it's a bit of a weird situation with the way that they do it here in Montana. $49 LLC can do it. They charge their fee, but then MVD Express is also like a separate entity, and they charge their fee. And they quoted me like $475 to do the scooters, and then I think the state was going to charge $100 and something. So I'm like, well, that doesn't do me any good, because for these scooters, there's no point in paying over $600 when I can go locally. ¿Cómo lo llamaste? Chloe?
Bluey and Batman.
Bluey, ¿cómo?
Batman.
Batman, okay, me gusta. Yeah, so there's no point in paying like over $600 to do them. Maybe not, but the thing is, it's like they'll get permanent plates, which is a cool part, but it's pennies what you pay back home in Connecticut or even Virginia. I think Virginia doesn't even charge property tax on these, but I have to figure it out, because for this type of situation, Virginia would be a better route, I think, or even Connecticut. But for cars, definitely looking to do it more. But we're gonna go back to the other MVD that said that they would be able to help, which is in Bozeman, and see if we can get this taken care of, because they told me a $45 fee, but I don't know if they were full of it or what the deal is. But we're gonna get going. You guys ready?
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to learn how to speak.
Speak?
Yeah. What's it called? Count in Spanish.
Oh wow, okay. All right, so came to Bozeman MVD Express. Was able to get a plate for the black scooter. If you're watching this, what happened was the white scooter ended up having a title, but the previous person that bought it never titled it under their name, and they accidentally signed it. So waiting on the title for that. The guy that told me this scooter is from Pennsylvania, and he accidentally signed it without getting notary, so I got to get a notary for that. So working on that. But just so you guys get an idea, they charge $44.99 for it. So they charge $44.99 to do their services, but you can kind of get an idea here. So for a motorcycle registration, a permanent registration comes out to be $53. For motorcycle safety equipment, permanent street legal comes out to be $16. A title is $10. Late title fee, oh, that's because of the date that I put that I bought it. That's $10, which whatever, it's not that big of a deal. $12 for a plate fee, and then it looks like salary retention fee, which I don't know why they would charge you that, is $10, and then it looks like administrative fee for the DMV is $3. So to do a permanent registration on a scooter, $114.59. Now, because they have their fee attached to it, the total came out to be $159.58, but I'm willing to pay for it. I had to wait about an hour, but it made it pretty simple. So I'll go more in depth to this, because I need to fly back out here and try and register Megan's car. Has a US title already, but I also would like to try an import. So if you're interested in doing that, hit me up. I'll put you in contact with the people that did my LLC, which is just $49 LLC. I'm going to reach out to them to see if they want to work with me at all, so I can push people towards them and maybe get a kickback from it, so that everybody wins a little bit. But yeah, and then if all goes well, I figured out a way for me to be able to come here and do the paperwork for you that might be cheaper than them doing it for you. So stay tuned for that. All right, so we woke up. We made it to just right outside of Sturgis. This was filled with motorcycles galore, a ton of them. And of course, we came to Sturgis, right, Megan? Because we have these.
Right? No, we're actually in Rapid City.
I know we're in Rapid City, but I was saying that we're going to Sturgis with these.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to make our debut in Sturgis with those. But Lola's gone to the potty. Are you excited? She's like, yeah, not to go in the car, but to go. Okay, let's go. So we stayed at this Econo Lodge here, just right outside of Sturgis, where it's in Rapid City, right?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, you have
and
to...
I am genuinely surprised. When Megan booked it, you know, when you see an Econo line, think of an Econo line, you think Lodge, sorry. You think that it's gonna be pretty bad, and it's not the case when it comes to this one. This one definitely surprised us because it had waffles, which the other places that we stay don't have waffles. They usually have pancakes. And then on top of that, it also had a pool with a crazy slide in it. We didn't get to go in it because we were trying to hit the road. And then what was the other thing that you were like, oh, it doesn't have this, but it did end up having it? It was a pool. Oh, it had a hot tub too, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
And then it had breakfast. So got surprised by a lot of things. It wasn't the cleanest per se, but it wasn't the dirtiest either. If I had to stay here again, we would. And there goes Fig, really mad. We're gonna get around this tow truck. This is why you have kids. The 5-star treatment here. Cleaning windows, pumping gas. That's it. Only at Love's. You know it's a good day when this is what you have to pull up and deal with. He's not happy right now, and I see why. So yeah, we're at a Love's, and we got to take care of this. We'll take care of that, and those. Okay, after some teamwork with Megan and I, seats cleaned out. Still has a little bit of smell, but that's something when we get home we can wash this out and do some laundry with. But yeah, he was pretty bad. This is just scraps from his seat. Every time if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, if you ever decide to have kids, you'll know what I'm talking about. But for now, this will work. It'll get us to where we need to go. It's not gonna have poop on him. It's not gonna be the most pleasant of smells, but it's better than nothing, or better than having poop all over it. Here they come back. Of course, the boys need some of this. One of the hardest things is to get good sleep while you're on the road, and this seems to be the hotel that helps. So we're somewhere in Indiana, first rest stop that we hit after we've left Illinois. Getting some provisions, using the bathroom. I think we're gonna get nearby the port pretty late tonight, but that's okay. We woke up kind of on the later side today anyway. I hate when I spill gas. But we're gonna hit the road soon. Okay, so we're in Ohio, right in the border of Pennsylvania and Ohio, I should say. Lola's out there pooping. I don't know if you can see her. The boys are eating some pizza. We haven't had a real meal in I don't know how long now. I think since we went camping pretty much. And the boys are getting some extra move your legs, get around. This is how we survive with 3 kids on the road and Lola. A lot of people wonder, oh my gosh, how do you do it? Like, I could never do it. I can only do 3 hours. The reality is you just have to do it. These kids are wired to do it, whether you want to believe it or not. You tell them what to do. You're the dictator, and they just have to listen to you. I know it sounds so harsh, but that's the reality of it. The boys go where we go, and they work just as much as we do. But look at that view. Oh my gosh. Aggie Grover, mírame. Digan cheese. But yeah, Lola's a trooper too. She's usually in the back, but for the last like 2 or 3 hours, she's been in the front with us. So we got one more stretch of like almost 4 hours, and then the final stretch to get to New Jersey. Looks like we'll probably be there like around 2 a.m., which isn't ideal, but it's much better than having to deal with, like, I don't know, going home and then having to come back to the port. So we're gonna stay probably 10 minutes away from the port is the goal right now, and then after that, wake up. I may leave them, depending on which hotel we get, to, if we get one with a pool, maybe they'll stay, swim in the pool while I go yank all the cars out of the port and then come back, pick them up, and go from there. But we'll see. I don't know where I'll end this video, this super long journey of what seems to be 100+ hours of us on the road with the boys, dropping off 2K cars across the country, coast to coast. We literally hit it all. All right, so the cross-country trip, coast to coast, is over. We got back home. Well, technically home. This is home away from home. It's been a long journey. Literally, the family's still sleeping. We have late checkout here at the hotel in Jersey. This is where this video will end, and then the next one starts right now because we're going to the port, picking up 5 cars total. Albany, West Virginia, 2 to New York and 1 to Connecticut. So let the port adventure days begin. The family's staying back a little bit for that because they're tired. I'm tired too, but I got to get back to work. No time to rest. The hustle is real. We just keep it going. So for now, hope you enjoyed this little bit of a journey into our lives. Can you make it happen with a family of 5 and a pickup truck? Absolutely. You can do whatever you want. So next video, you'll see me going to the port, loading up. Not sure what's gonna happen here. I think we'll load up 1 car, and then from that 1 car, we'll go drop it off at Chickies. From Chickies, we'll leave the scooters in that 1 car there, and then head over to pick up the rest. So catch me on the port day. For now, I gotta get some shoes on, gotta get my yellow vest and go from there.